Y'all, and we're live. How the fuck's everybody doing? It's been a hot minute, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of haven't been feeling the YouTubes. And once the people get in here, we'll talk about why I haven't been making as many videos. It's been shit, I'm trying to think. Let's see what my last video was. Feels like forever. I mean, literally fucking forever. My last video was like, yeah, it's almost been like install video, probably like almost a month. It's been like 3.5 weeks. So yeah, that's like an ocean of time and a build. 3.5 weeks, like forever. Dead ass facts. But yeah, I'm not sure if anybody's gonna be joining or not, seeing as like 8:30 in the morning. But you know, some people are early birds, some people are fucking late night owls. Nonetheless, if people don't join, I understand. You got your shit going on, got work, family, kids, job, picking kids up from school, dropping them off. Maybe you got your own coffee to drink. Maybe you're not getting notifications. I don't know. But what I do know is the channel has come to a bit of a stall. I could still make videos for you guys and do vlogs of the same shit every day. But unfortunately, as of right now, I'm broke as fuck. And that's just being real with you. I'm broke as fuck. I do not have any money to continue the build. True story. I was hoping to sell some of these parts. None of them are selling. I mean, none. I'm sitting on same old stockpile of parts. I think I've sold like, out of the 50 items I've sold, you know, we started pretty good. We were selling, and you know, we had a little bit of fluidity, you know, like let's say each day I tried to get a sale, and almost every day for the past, like, you know, first couple weeks I was doing it, it wouldn't be a sale every day, but it'd at least be a couple sales a week. Like first it was the engine. That took a little bit because that's a bigger purchase. Then it was the transmission. And then it was OEM exhaust, just a muffler. And then it was some girl came down for like a fucking spindle. And she like literally had like $30. She was like, I told her 50. And then she was like, all I got's 30. Or she said, all I got's 40. And I was like, well, shit. I was like, if all you got's 40, you might as well just have it for 30. Because she drove all the way down from Hampton Roads. So I was like, you know, it is what it is. She was probably playing the pussy card, but hey, it is what it is. It's not like a spindle is really something that's like a hot pressing item. And then, yeah, that's about it, honestly. I've literally, yeah, nothing selling. I don't know if I've had people like with mixed reviews like try to act like, you know, your prices are too high. My prices are not too high. Maybe if you're like having a fucking garage sale, they were too high. And like people think, oh, you probably got like 100 parts. So I'll just lowball you and you'll be desperate. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, dude, I need the money. I do, but I'm trying to keep my poker face on. So, you know, I'm not giving shit away for free, you know, that's kind of where I'm at. This video, damn, Gina. But yeah, that's what's been going on with the financial situation. See, I got these pedals on the ground, all these records, all this shit that I love, but I could easily get like, I don't even know how much money for. I mean, I have a pretty impressive record collection, just to give you guys an idea, and not to mention not just record collection. See, I have more records than music gear, obviously. Each record, you know, some of them could be worth 20 or 30 bucks. Some of them could be worth 200-300. I have a couple that are worth like $1,000 each. So when you look at a big shelf, 500-600 records, or however, I think it's like 750 records actually. You know, there's some pretty big money there. Then my music equipment, some of my pedals, dude. I mean, almost all my pedals are. I mean, I have one that cost probably about $700. Then I have one that could cost, 50 or 60 bucks, but most of them are up in like the $500 area. So when you like times 500 times 32 or 23 or whatever the hell it is, how many pedals do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's like 25, I think. But I love my pedals. I love my records, and I love my music equipment. So it's so double-edged sword, because I do love building this car. I really do. But that kind of money, dude, Jesus. There's so much more money to be spent on this car, and like I literally don't have it. There's so much more I want to do to it. Like setup wise. Still debating on the ITBs. I'm still debating on the supercharger. My fucking tech won't leave the turbo idea alone. He's just like, dude, fucking spool that shit up. Look at your shirt, bro. Mega spool. Look at that shit. 600 horsepower. I'm like, dude, it's front wheel drive. It's going to torque steer everywhere. So what? Boost by gear, bro. I'm like, yeah, I feel you on that, But then I said to him, I was like, all right, pretend that a supercharger could make as much as a turbocharger. I was like, which one would you rather have? He's like, well, supercharger. He's like, instant linear power band. It's belt driven. You'll feel the power instantly. And I was like, right. So TVS fucking Magnuson supercharger. I mean, on 12 pounds of boost, the motherfucker makes 400 horsepower. That's like a turbo. It's like, yeah, turbo's cooler. It makes noises. I'm like, so does a supercharger. It sounds like a fucking whiny bitch, which is hilarious. They'll hear you coming down the road. But yeah, waiting for people to get in here. 8 minutes later, dude. My prediction is in about 4 or 5 more minutes we'll get somebody in here, because I know YouTube's just like fucked up on notifications, or it's just a combination of no notifications and it's early. Oh. I wait for the day when one of my newer videos outpasses my most popular video that's been out for a year. It's so fucking annoying. I kind of want to take that video down, that first reaction to my silver car bolt-ons. Such a fucking lame video to be the most popular video. Like, I want it to be like an install, or like, something walkthrough video, or, something like that. Like, if you put first reaction in your title, the shit gets fucking just wildfire views. First reaction. Oh my God. First reaction. Oh my God. So stupid. Like, My fucking TPS install video. That's like another one that's like, I can understand people don't understand how to do the TPS thing. Some of the bigger YouTubers even said to me, "Hey, I've watched your TPS install." That video's got half the views of the first reaction video. They both came out around the same time. So that's pretty good, but like, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to blow up on YouTube when you want to do it your own way. And like by own way, I mean not like clickbait, sellout, lame ass shit. You know, that's what I mean. Because I remember like a fellow YouTuber said to me, he's like, "Oh, you got to title your videos a certain way. Make sure to put 2002 Acura RSX in all your videos." It's like, yeah, but then the video is gonna have, you know, a fucking ridiculously long title like 2002 Acura RSX Type S TPS install, 2002 Acura RSX Type S hyphen IACV delete parentheses idle air control valve. It's like something about it. Like, I mean, I get it. It's analytics or whatever. People search their car, a 2002 Acura RSX Type S. I don't know, man. I feel like ranting. If some motherfuckers would get in here, I got another pressing update that doesn't make me too happy about the build because something's going on with the car. It's not a constant thing, but it's an intermittent problem that's kind of got me like a little spooked out. Give you an idea. But I guess while I'm sitting here waiting, I'm gonna roll with some I'm thinking I could just chill and wait impatiently, or I could play some Hearthstone, which is like kind of fun. It's like almost like Magic the Gathering, but like really fucking dumbed down and not fucking. It's like little kid shit. It's like the PG-13 version of fucking Magic the Gathering, which is kind of whack, honestly. But the characters are kind of funny. But yeah, oh my god, is somebody on the head counter after 12 whole minutes? Gotta love those YouTube notifications. Gotta love them. Who we got? Who's first? Whoever you are, mind my smoke cloud. Howdy, long time no see. So basically, in the past 12 minutes, I was just catching everyone up, even though nobody was here. That's how you do it. And yeah, got some updates, man. Old school DA9. Holy shit, bro. I ain't seen you in a fucking minute. Even before I fucking kind of took a little hiatus. Holy shit. How you doing, Juan? How you doing, man? Long time no see, man. I ain't seen that fucking thumbnail in a minute. Clean ass Milano red DA9. Chilling my dude. Oh yeah. Yup. Yeah, dude. Fucking. Basically, some of the updates, you know, why I've kind of been on hiatus is dude, I've just ran out of money. I've been trying to sell all these parts, and that's why I haven't been getting another job, obviously. And the shit ain't just selling, you know? I'm gonna have to give this shit away for pennies on the dollar, dude. That's kind of where it's getting to. Like, I want to get the fuel system fucking set up in this car. I want to get my 750s in there. I want to get my fucking 320 pump, do the return, fucking get my flex fuel sensor, and get tuned. I want the car to be tuned, bro. I'm trying to make some jam, you know? I want to see what the car will make on E85. Like, I think on E85, I think the car could very well make 250. With all the shit I got in it, dude, I think think about it. A stock RSX with like, and we're talking a K28 too, not the Type R one. Those bitches make like 220. They make anywhere from 210 to 225. Fucking Brent from PFI, he tuned one in a video. It was stock with just like intake header and exhaust, and that bitch made like 230 something. So I don't know, man. I think 250 with E85 is definitely fucking possible. You know how it is. The DC5's looking sweet. Thanks, man. Yeah, all the stuff I did to it recently, like, I mean, it's all aesthetic stuff. You know what I mean? Just I was tired of looking at, shitty gray headliner that was all stained from the previous owner and the gray fucking A pillars and all that shit. Like, that was a pretty fun project, honestly. I mean, it was pretty time consuming. It took me right around a week from start to finish, from, stripping the car out to fucking getting everything going, like, and then trial and error and fucking painting pieces and all that kind of shit. It was an endeavor for sure, man. It's definitely kind of a pain in the ass. Old school says that corn syrup means more power, baby. It does, dude. I mean, like, I've like read about it a little bit. Like on 4 cylinders, like I think the most you can expect out of like running E85 instead of pump gas, like 93, it's probably going to be like top of the line. It's probably going to be like 15 more horsepower. You know what I mean? So if I was going to make 250 on E85, that would basically mean my fucking pump gas yield would be like 230, 235. Because the car, dude, I mean, honestly, I know my silver one probably made 210, 220 or something like that. And this car feels way fucking quicker. I mean, way quicker. It feels like it's definitely putting more power to the wheels for sure with that fucking LSD. But yeah, fucking and like if I'm gonna go E85, like I was saying, I want to get a flex fuel sensor put into the equation. So basically when I get tuned, I'm gonna get tuned on pump gas first, right? 93 octane. And then we're gonna drain the tank and we're gonna tune it on E85 separately. So you got a 93 tune, you got an E85 tune. Now where the flex fuel sensor comes in the equation, basically those two tunes, you're going to take the best of both worlds and like you're going to find the ratios for ethanol content through the flex fuel sensor. Has it's an ethanol content sensor. So in some nerdy shit, let's say the E85 you're getting or the ethanol, the pump gas you're getting has like up to 10% ethanol, might have, who knows, it might have 15%. Whatever the ethanol content of your fuel is, the tune will adjust accordingly. It'll take your A and it'll take your B, and then whatever the ethanol content is, it'll make your new C tune on the fly. Which, dude, that K Pro is like getting fucking crazy. I mean, that's like K Pro V4. That was like one of the things they added to it or whatever, and that shit is. I mean, you should really reap the benefits of like new technology because that's like some crazy shit. Most people are either tuned one way or the other. They're either pump gas or they're either E85. So like the fact that I don't have readily available E85 in my area, the closest place is like 40 minutes away. So basically what that means is E85 is going to be like a track day only type thing. Or like, if I go somewhere else and they have E85, I'll be able to pick up some E85. I might be able to I've looked online, places like Wisconsin and Kansas and a couple other states, they sell 55-gallon drums of E85, the good old corn. So like places that are real like farmy, rural, they actually send out, I think it's only ground shipping. They can't air ship jugs of fuel for, I guess, safety reasons, like blowing up planes and shit if they crash. But yeah, it's like I think a 55-gallon drum of E85 is like it's like under $300. I think it's like right around 260 or 280 to like 320 or something like that. But I mean, a 13-gallon tank, 2 tanks of gas would be 26. So it'd be basically like, I mean, it's pretty expensive, honestly, but that'd be like 4, maybe 5 tanks of gas, something like that. Old school says, I seen that Gato took his shit to the wall. What the fuck? You know you fucked up, right? I feel bad for him, but at the same time, dude, like I have no comment on. I have a comment, but like I don't know, man. It's hard to put into words. You probably know my drift. Like, dude, you don't take a $40,000 fucking brand new car on the track trying to fucking set hot laps. Like that's what little $5,000 RSXs and Preludes are for and shit like that. Like I lost my car in a flood. If it was a Honda Civic Type R FK8, like fuck, I probably wouldn't have another one. It's like a 40. I mean, I wouldn't have that car in the first place because it's a $40,000 car. But I mean, insurance totaled my car, said it's a flood car. Sorry, you're fucked. Buy it back, get your parts out, and I bought another one for $4,000. Sold the engine and the trans, made $2,000 back. Sold some other shit, made the other $2,000 back. Basically, got the car for free. And like his shit is totaled. He can't report it to insurance because it was on a track. So like I was like, dude, just part it out, start over, find one that has low miles on it, or if one that, let's say it had like a fucking rear end collision or something like that, and the front's good, maybe. But dude, that shit, that frame, the chassis of that car, the A-pillar and stuff like that, I am very weary. A professional body shop could pull it apart. I mean, they could, but it'd take month and a half, maybe. I mean, the A-pillar, dude, the A-pillar, the fucking bottom and some at the top. I mean, it's buckled. It's got some serious fucking detriment to it. So he was talking about like, yeah, I'll just take my pickup truck and just get a chain and just like pull it apart like a frame machine. I'm like, it's not really how it works. I mean, it's like what our fucking family does for a living. Like I've seen, like, dude, my silver car, I wrecked that bitch after a month after I had it, dude. I hydroplaned, did a 360 around a elbow left, going about 40 miles an hour. And it wasn't raining. It had been raining. The ground was still soaked, and there was gravel on the ground for some weird reason. So I broke traction like super easy. 360, went to a ditch, hit a tree, did a 360 again. My car had $14,000 worth of damage. Easily could have been totaled. The car at the time, this is back when they were like 2 or 3 years new or old. It was like a $24,000 or $25,000 car. So 14,000 is more than 50% of the Kelly Blue Book value. Could have easily been totaled, but somehow we got the insurance adjuster to, curb it down a little bit so we didn't total it. Old school says, crazy, man. I've pulled quarter panels, but no frame damage. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like a quarter panel is easy business. Just cut it out, get a new one off another donor car or a brand new quarter panel, weld that bitch in, seam seal it, you're good to go. But like creating a new frame is like, it's kind of, iffy. Basically what it means is the car will never be right again. It'll never be to a factory spec. You know what I mean? So you might as well just like, fuck, I don't even know, man. You can find like a fucking FK that's been in a flood. and just completely get the bare shell. The shell's good, but everything else sucks. You could do a lot of shit, you know. But yeah. So what's been going on with my car? Weird temperamental problem, intermittent problem. It's not a constant problem. It is a worry though. It happened a little bit yesterday. It's happened before here and there. First gear pop out. So basically what I mean by that, I don't mean first gear when you're driving, like in motion. Let's say I'm reversing out of my driveway, throw in sixth, start reversing out, stop, put it in first. It feels like it's in motherfucking first. I mean, it feels like it's in first. You go through the gate, it feels like it's in first. So then when you give it, you got the clutch in and you rev up a little bit and then you start to paddle out, the bitch pops to neutral. Like right as you're letting off the clutch, which is mad sketchy. It scares the shit out of me. And I don't know what the fuck it is. There's a bunch of things it could be. I've talked to my tech. He's trying to tell me it's a synchro, which is like, it could be. I'm not saying it's not, but it's like a 40 or 50,000 mile transmission. I mean, the motherfucker ain't had very much use on it whatsoever. What I think it is personally, I think it's either my shifter stops on the K-tuned, motherfucking K-tuned shifter, maybe like the top one for first. Maybe I need to adjust it more or something, or just take it off. My detent springs for the three detent springs and balls in the transmission underneath the transmission mount, because I would already change those out, but apparently you got to take off the transmission mount and fucking jack the. You got to jack the or support the transmission with a jack and a block of wood. So I would have already done it. I'm still going to do it just to give me a peace of mind. Or it's my shifter cables. So obviously pulling apart the transmission and inspecting the gear stacks is either A, time consuming for me and I have nowhere to do it. My garage is like off limits for that kind of thing. My garage is a piece of shit. I don't even have a table. I don't even have a work table to put my fucking transmission stacks on to inspect all of it. I'm not doing that shit on the floor. It's just sketch. Two, I don't know that shit like the back of my hand, so I don't feel comfortable enough to take apart a fucking $2,000 transmission and like feel confident in myself enough to to disassemble it properly, not fuck anything up, inspect it properly and know exactly what to look for. And three, reassemble the gear stack, the input and the output shaft and all the fucking things like a fucking Pandora's box puzzle. I just don't trust myself doing transmission work. That's something that's like, I mean, in theory, on paper, I understand, you got your gear stacks on each, the input and the output shaft. You got synchros, you got shift collars, and you got all the little like splines and shit like that in there. There's tons of shit in there though. You could easily get something wrong and be fucked. But basically what I'm getting at is I'm going to do all the cheap shit. I'm going to do all the cheap shit first. I'm going to do the detent springs. Those are like $20 and they're super easy to do. All I got to do is take the transmission mount off to get to them. It takes like less than an hour to do, from start to finish. It'd take you like an hour probably. Then I'm going to do, if that doesn't clear it up, basically I'm going to start with the shifter stops, then the detent springs. Then if that doesn't work, I'm going to flush the transmission fluid just to make sure there's nothing like binding something up or something crazy is going on. Because I've basically, like when you break in a transmission or like an engine from like JDM place, warehouse or whatever, they have like this like warranty disclaimer thing. They're like, after 500 miles of break in, make sure you change your oil and your transmission fluid. So I've changed the oil like shit, I think 2 or 3 times, probably 2 times since it's been broken in. But I haven't changed the transmission fluid yet, so I'm kind of like, maybe there's something going on in there. I don't know. Old school says maybe need new cables. Yeah, I feel you. Never cracked open a transmission. I've cracked open a B series before with my friend, but like that's kind of a whole. I mean, it's the same concept, but it's not a K series. True story. Or wait, no, it wasn't a B series. It was a fucking D16, like a Y6 or Z6 or something. Single jingle. Not the same world. But yeah, I'm gonna do the cheap shit first, and then basically, if it comes down to having to put a synchro in, dude, I'm gonna be one, pissed, two, pissed, and three, even more broke. Because like I have to sell a kidney or something, dude. But here's the weird thing. It rarely does it. It acts up, like it'll do it like yesterday, it did it about 2 or 3 times, like reversing out of a parking lot, put it in first, feels like it's in first, fucking pops out. I'm like, dude, that shit sounds so sketch. Because it's definitely not getting all the way in gear, even though it feels like it is, if that makes sense. So like honestly, I don't know, man. It's sketch though. It sounds sketch. The thing that makes me happy though is that I don't think it's a synchro or anything with the gearbox or the transmission. There's no bad noises. I don't hear anything clicking. I don't hear any metal to metal craziness or anything. I don't hear any whining vibration or anything like that. So that's kind of what's making me think maybe it's a detent spring ball is like jammed in the spring, or it's just like mushroomed or something, or it's something to do with the cables or the shift selector or something like that. Because I really don't think it's the shift selector, because first gear is the only gear problem. I mean, shit, like, thing coming out of gear. Second doesn't come out of gear. I don't have third gear pop out. I don't have fifth gear lockout, like all the typical Honda problems. Old school says, all right, Shades, you have yourself a great day, homie. Got to get some caffeine, my dude, but the DC5 got to drip for days. Oh, yeah. Thanks, old school. Dude, it was good catching up with you, man. Don't be a stranger now. I'll be posting some more videos eventually. Somehow, some way, bro. We're going to sell these parts, get some more money, go back to work, get some more money, buy some more parts. Want to go fast. But anyways, man, thanks for checking in, man. Nice chatting with you. And I agree, caffeine is mad essential. Ay, ay, ay.
once the recovery partition opens, you go to the utilities terminal, and then you type this thing right here, the CSRUTIL disable, and then you just say restart. After you're done with the whole process, the only thing that you have to do if you want to enable it again is retype the same thing, but this time you will select CSRUTIL enable instead. Anyway, so after you restart the computer, uh, you're gonna open this application. I uploaded it and give you a link so you can have it. So yeah, double click on it and hit enable validate for AU. And that's it. Then you open Logic, you go to Preferences, Plugin Manager, and whatever didn't pass in here says like didn't validate, you just highlight it and hit Reset and Rescan Selection. After that, it will pass just fine. I've seen like a couple of times where it will still not pass. In this case, all you have to do is reopen the validate and hit the enable validate like 3 or 4 times in a row.
Man, see what I don't get is what I'm watching here while I'm waiting for some more people to come in here. So my studio, my Logic Pro, all my plugins keep scanning every time I open up Logic, which is a motherfucking pain in the ass. I mean, to give you guys any idea, I wish somebody was here to take a guess how many plugins I have, but I have 1,026 plugins, which is way too many that I don't even use, but you never know what you're gonna need. And these motherfuckers scan every time, and it's not like it just goes through them. I mean, literally, it's like one, two. It goes like pretty slow. So like a thousand fucking plugins, and that shit is taking its sweet time. It's not what I like. Not at all. Like here, I'm gonna open up Logic just to see if it does it. It's probably gonna do it. I'm gonna be like, yo, fuck you. It's my guess. I'm just guessing. Might be because I have to restart my computer. I usually keep my computer on exponentially. Like I don't know if I've turned it off since I installed. Yep, here it goes. Searching for audio plugins. What a bastard. It's searching, but it's not doing anything now. Oh yeah, here we go. Well, I guess just like let that do its thing. Dude, why? Why does it do this to me? Yeah, that's about the pace. 16. 16. Still on 16. 17. Yeah, see, shit takes its sweet fucking time. Good God. I got a PP. Oh my God, it's on 77. We're talking some fucking hair speeds. 77. Shit takes a sweet fucking time. I mean, this is every time. Not even like you have to do it like once a week or something. It's like every fucking time. Are you shitting me? And I check my preferences, like, see if it's like something like scan audio units every time to double check. It's not. It's the problem. And when my computer crashed, I had to start all over a couple months back. I think it was like right a month or two ago, I think. Yeah, I lost my Superior drummer, and I don't have it. So, yeah, I'm kind of down on my eDrum program, which sucks. All right, we're a tenth of the way. That is fucked. Bitch, what the fuck? Settings? Personal info? Damn, I can't believe it's been an hour. The only person to roll through is fucking old school, which is badass because I ain't seen old school on here in a minute. Hot minute. But, dude, why in the fuck is this shit doing this? But yeah, fucking I don't know if any of you guys need any DC5 parts. You're looking for anything specific. But if you are, let me know and I'll hook it up. I'm talking hook it up. Like, it's to the point now where I'll find the lowest price you can. And if it's long as it's not like absurdly, ridiculously cheap, I'll knock like 20 bucks off, 25 off or something. I'll make it cheaper for you. Because at this point in time, I'm trying to get rock and rolling on this fucking fuel system. I want to get tuned, you know? The sooner we do the fuel system, if I can get my 320 pump into my 750s, like, yeah, it's probably not going to be enough for, it's probably not going to be enough for us. Like, those injectors, I need to get bigger injectors, but the pump's probably fine for a fucking, you know, pump's fine for supercharger, but the injectors, a 750 is a bit small. I would probably need like an 1100 cc, I would think, to make some real jam. Hey, we got somebody back on the head counter. Who we got? Ooh, There's one done. Kobe. Now for two. Trying to think who is next up on the head counter. This man Christian said half asleep, more like half ahead. What up, Christian? How the fuck are you? So Christian, we got something. We've gone through many updates, but one that'll make you scratch your head. First gear pop outs. What do you know about them? Have you ever heard of it on a K series? And what are your thoughts? Because my thoughts are not liking it. It's not a constant problem. I don't think it's a synchro. I'm fucking fingers crossed that it's not a synchro. I think it's the detent springs, my shifter stop on the K-Tune shifter, or it's the cables, and it's time to go K-Tune race cables, honestly, because every now and then, like for example, yesterday, it happened 3 times, and it feels like it's going into first, but then as soon as you let off the clutch and give it a little gas, and you start moving just a hair, the bitch pops out of gear, goes to neutral, and pretty much gives me a fucking heart attack. I'm like, oh God. Oh God. Vlog says, JB weld. You know it, dude. Just weld that diff up. Well, actually, that wouldn't really help me because it's not an open diff, so it's already no need for that. just weld the fucking shift collar. Vlog says, hit up Tall Pines Racing on IG. Their transmission guys, they might have some insights. Yeah, I went and talked to my tech for fun, and he said it could be a number of things. He was like, but he thinks it's a synchro. And I'm like, that's not what I want to hear. And for all I know, you're saying that because you want to take apart my gearbox and make money. You know what I mean? As opposed to, let's say it's the detent springs, like the 3 little springs and the ball bearings that go. Basically what keeps your car in gear. And that makes sense because that's what's happening is if I hold like, I don't know how to describe it. It's really weird. Like if you look at other first gear pop out videos of other types of cars on like, Jeeps or BMWs and shit like that, doesn't sound like that. It's not like this, you're in first and then you take your hand off the shifter and you go and you hear this. There's no screeching. There's no metal to metal contact. It literally just pops out and goes right to neutral. It's like it's like it wasn't fully engaged in gear. You know what I mean? So I think it could be the D10 springs or it's a shifter cable problem or something like that. Nonetheless, every time I'm starting in first now, I'm like keeping my hand on the shifter just to make sure. I don't like that noise at all. A Y2M3 transmission giving me issues does not make me feel good. I'll tell you one thing though. It's been fun driving the car. Literally, I haven't had the I had the exhaust leak going on, and I was trying to get somebody to fab me up and make me a titanium exhaust or whatever. My system too lean because of exhaust leak. That shit hasn't happened. I think I fixed the exhaust myself. Like it might have a little leak, but it's not enough of a leak to throw the system out of whack, basically, because I haven't got any engine codes, no engine light in like fucking forever. Hanavlog says that's good that you enjoy driving it. The pop outs would make me shit myself. Dude, when they happen, it really scares me. I'm like, oh, God, no, please. Please don't break down on me. Yeah, another thing I have to do, my oil cooler. I either need to get a new oil cooler gasket or oil cooler hose, because my oil cooler hose and around that and my oil pan have just the lightest coating of oil. I'll wipe the bitch off, and a couple days later it'll have like the thinnest, just like, it's not dripping on the ground, but like it's just coating my oil pan, coating my oil cooler hose, and like around that area. So I think it's probably the oil cooler gasket, where your oil filter goes onto, something like that. But yeah, man, fucking just the builds come to like a halt, man. I'm getting to the point now where I'm like, dude, I got to make something happen money wise, and literally trying to get my fuel system going. I want the fucking E85 set up. I want to get dynoed, and I want to make 250 horsepower and prove everybody wrong, because everybody's like, K20A stock block, it's only gonna make like 225. I'm like, I don't buy that. I just don't buy it. Feels way faster than 225. Just try to find the highest point. Yeah, I'd say the highest point is the oil cooler. Maybe the VTEC solenoid, but I don't think it's that. I think it's the oil cooler. In other news, this morning an FRS, yeah, that's right, a Scion, wanted to try to get fresh on the way back from my coffee run, and I blew his motherfucking doors off. Like, I'm talking bad. He must have not known how to drive, because I thought it would be. I mean, I knew I'd beat him, but I thought it'd be like by maybe like a couple cars. Dude, it was bad. Fucking rear wheel drive car getting stomped. Yeah, I just can't. Like, Scion FRS and a Subaru BRZ, same thing. I just don't like them. It's the perfect rival. I see if it was like a Evo or a WRX, that'd probably be a pretty good race. I'd probably get beat. Like, trying to think. I don't know which one's faster, if it's a Evo or STI, but I feel like the Evo is slower. I'm not. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think, like, let's say like a stock Evo 9 and like a older STI, like a '05 or something like that. I feel like the Evo is slower, because I back in the day, like with my silver car, I raced an Evo and I raced a couple STIs, and it always seemed like the STIs stomped, and the Evo stomped a little bit, but not nearly as much. Trash cars. I'm assuming you're talking about the BRZ and the FRS, the BRP. You said hit up Tall Pines Racing. Tall Pines Racing. I think I found them. Our mission is simple: sacrifice nothing, improve everything. Your Anywhere Honda, Acura, OEM, M Factory, Syncrotech, GearX dealer. Make the road yours. That sounds pretty fucking legit. Give them a follow. Ugh, that gear looks bad. Customer brought in his Type R transmission complaining about a catastrophic noise. Fourth gear lost about a third of its teeth. Luckily, he shut it down immediately to salvage the rest of the transmission. We'll be giving this a thorough cleaning to find all those broken teeth before rebuild. On a B18 C5. Dude, that fucking looks horrible. Sheared all the fourth gear teeth off. Looks like it fucked up. Throwout bearing? I know that's like an axe. What the fuck is that? Dude, the thing looks gnar. Fucking gnar, bro. Hey, they started following me right back. What the fuck? Dude, that's a good I'm not saying like a trade-off. I don't know how to describe it. Rarely do you start following someone and 3 seconds later they start following you. It's badass. It's like, hey, who are you? Check out your page. Oh, cool. You know? Vlog says I've talked to them and stuff. They're pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, they right off the rip, they seem like they give a good vibe. They're not like, egotistical, like, oh yeah, you can follow me, but I don't give a fuck about you. Which is the case with a lot of people on like YouTube or Instagram, It's like, yeah, thanks for the sub. Don't care about your channel. Which is hilarious. It's just like, okay, cool. It's all about you. Thanks. But yeah, fucking I'm still debating on wheels. I've been thinking about what wheels I want, shit like that. I think about the Rega Masters a lot. I'm like, dude, those are fire, but everyone has them. Well, not everybody, but a lot of the clean RSXs, they have Rega Masters or they have TEs, yeah, or they have CE28s, which I'm like in love with. The idea of CE28s, I really like the CE28s, primarily the SL, the ones that are in that graphite or something like that, but it might look kind of funky with a blue car. Not sure. But yeah, the like CE28Ns are pretty legendary, but the SL, the brand new ones that came out, they're supposed to be stronger and lighter. So I feel like if I were to go CE28, I would go with the SL, but they only come in one color. Like if those bitches came in gunmetal or bronze or white or any other color than graphite black, probably would have already like sold a kidney. TE37, you say? Dude, TE37s are fire. Don't get me wrong, but like everybody and their mom has them, dude. It's like everybody wearing like a really expensive dunce cap or something. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if that's a good analogy or not. Probably a lot of people would fucking want to stab me. Be like, fuck you, bro. TE37s are life. But I don't know, man. It's just like it's like a fad, It's like a really good looking version or analogy of the Downstar hardware, Nothing against Frank Downstar, seems like a nice guy and everything, but like it's like what Broke Dad was saying like a fucking forever ago. He's like, dude, it's like the hot topic of the car scene. Spiky lug nuts, spiky engine hardware. It's like it's not my style at all. It's like if everybody wanted like I don't know, just imagine like black trim, like your windshield trim pieces, your cat lane, and like anything that's like matte black plastic. Imagine if it wasn't that color and it was neon fluorescent green and hot fluorescent pink, and that was like a thing. Wouldn't be my style, Wouldn't be any better. But yeah, wheel wise, I don't know, man. Mugen MF10. That'd be a really legendary wheel. Those I I really was like hoping I could find a set of those Volk Rays Daytona 707 wheels. I think it was either used racing parts or like IDT Customs or somebody on Instagram that sells parts. They had a pair or a set of the Daytona 707 wheels, and like when I saw them, dude, I was like, dude, these are like a TE37, but they're like their own thing. Nobody has these. Like what? Like less than 100 people on the planet. Like nobody, nobody has these wheels. They're discontinued. Probably like nobody with an RSX. Like I'm curious now. Makes me curious. Yeah, I feel like they're like almost like shit. I'm trying to think. Honda Vlog says, "LOL, got to dig deep. Hold up, you're right back." That's exactly what I'm doing. What the hell? Uh, Praise Volks Daytona 707. And like the only ones I could find, yeah, those are not them. What the hell is that? That's not them. It looks like they have some in Australia. And dude, the fucking whatever page it was on Instagram, dude, they had them for like $1,200 or something like ridiculous like that. I was like, dude, I paid like almost paid that much for like my fucking Type R wheels, which are OEM wheels. Yeah, they look they're not like a T, they're like a C28, my bad. But they are, yeah, apparently they came out like probably like mid 2005, I think, or something like that. I'm trying to think if I still got that fucking picture of them. I hope I do, because that picture was dude, I don't. No, not good. So I don't even remember what oh, speaking of wheels, I traded one of my mechanics for fucking what do we do? He helped me like do my whole cooling system because I needed some help with it. Because he's done tons of fucking stuff like that. I've never fucking had to change out a radiator. Ever. Ever. Always had stock radiators. Always had, I think the only thing I've ever had to change out was a cooling fan, basically. But he had all the tools and the bleeder and shit like that. But I traded him my old set of Type S wheels, and he stripped them down and repainted them. They honestly came out like it's just like a satin black type look, but I was actually surprised how good a stock wheel just getting repainted came out. And I was like, damn, that looks like a new wheel. And it's a fucking stock 16 Type S wheel. Like, they're not particularly good looking wheels, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to think who had those wheels. What a bitch. Oh, I do have it saved still, I think. Oh my god, please tell me this is it. Yes, I do have it saved. Look at these beautiful babies. That's them. Those are the ones, dude. Those are the ones. I want them. Yeah, dude, he didn't even want 1,200. He wanted $1,000. God damn it. Yeah, he wanted $1,000, basically $1,100, $1,090. And it says airmail. Airmail to USA is $300, or if you want it shipped by ground, it would be $100, and you have to wait 8 to 10 weeks. So honestly, I would probably pay $300 to get it shipped in 2 weeks. But yeah, I was pretty bummed out. Hanabluck says, random question. Have you not tried to use your mic behind you for the streams? Well, see, the thing is, if I wanted to do, see, I've done that before. When I'm using OBS, you could hear me play the keyboards. You could hear me fucking play electronic drums or make beats or use these mics behind me, all my guitar effects and stuff like that. The problem with OBS on this Mac is just it's such a fucking workload, dude. Like the computer's CPU is taxed out of like 50 to 60%, and it has buffering issues. And I just need to get a fire ass gaming PC or something like that, because my Mac is totally good for the editing side of things. Like if I want to play music, if I want to edit on Final Cut and stuff like that, I love it for that. But in the world of streaming and gaming, it's useless. Like this is pretty much as good as it gets for streaming. Like Google Chrome, Logitech, fucking webcam, the one like I sent you. As far as I can tell, that's pretty much the best you can get, because like the fucking latency on here is like 2 or 3 seconds or something like that, which is pretty awesome. As opposed to me using OBS, it's like 8 to 10 seconds. So it's not as interactive. Like there's that 8 to 10 seconds between every comment and me replying back and stuff like that. So it's kind of whack. And honestly, I would be fine with the 8 to 10 seconds if there were no like buffering issues or latency, like not latency, like the fucking, the buffering with the pinwheel of the stream. It keeps like starting and stopping itself and having all kinds of glitches and stuff. Because I was going to do the typical like Twitch streamer thing and do Streamlabs, like OBS Streamlabs. So I'm using just normal OBS for Mac. There is no Streamlabs for Mac. It's only for PC, which is pretty whack. Pretty whack. In other news, DC5 news, I saw kind of an older YouTuber that I used to follow. Well, I think I still subscribe to his channel. I just don't watch. He doesn't post like regularly, so I kind of lose track of it. Coda. I don't know if you've ever seen Coda. It's like 5610 or 6510 or some shit. Um, he had a DC5. He sold it or traded it. Got a black EP3 Turbo K20 K24. So then recently, he posted a couple days ago, I think. He traded that for this Huntavlux says, I think Coda is a troll in the comments. Yeah, that sounds about right. I've seen he got on my fucking most popular video, the reaction to the silver car full bolt-ons, like how my clutch was slipping or whatever. He was like, roast that clutch or something like that. It's like it's fucking roasted. Sorry. What do you want me to do? But yeah, I've seen him. I know what you're talking about. I've seen that before. Seems like an alright guy, but you know, some people got that troll side. But speaking of him, he traded the black turbo EP3 to this guy Trevon, who follows me on Instagram. He bought this fucking DC5 tuned by Humble Performance, 711 wheel horsepower. So he posted, and I was like, yo, you got a DC5 finally. And he showed a picture of the engine bay. I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, how much does that make? Like 500-600? He's like 711 tuned by Humble. I was like, fuck. I think it made 711 on 23 pounds of boost. It has a fully built transmission, fully built fucking everything, you know? So that's pretty nasty. What's not nasty is he was racing a Hellcat on the highway and destroyed the transmission. Basically, the car is stuck in fourth gear. So he needed a car to drive, obviously. Like, you know, that was like his daily race car. So once it got stuck in fourth gear, he was pretty much in a predicament where he couldn't get to work and he had to Uber or some shit like that, and doesn't have the money to rebuild this, you know, Gear X equipped fucking M factory stage 2 LSD and like all this expensive shit in it. Doesn't have the money to rebuild it. So he was in the predicament that he needs a car. Then Coda saw his ad in the area or some shit like that and was like, yo, fucking trade you my turbo black EP3 for your car and I'll rebuild the transmission. Straight up trade. We keep our wheels, you keep your whatever wheels you have. I'm gonna keep my RPF ones, and we just do a straight up trade. You know, my gain, your loss. You're getting a running car. I'm getting something I know nothing about, other than the transmission is fucked. But like, honestly though, Coda got the better trade because there's like 20 grand in the engine and like setup basically on that DC5. So he posted like a walk around video of the car, and the car makes 600 to 700 horsepower. It's been dynoed twice. It was 711 at Humble, and then somebody else tuned it, and that's like 640 or 620 or some shit. But upon further investigation of the car through the walkthrough, it's in pretty janky shape. Like for a 700 horsepower build, it's kind of, it needs a lot of work to correct previous jankery. Like all the gauges like wired into the K-Pro, like, you know, going to the passenger side footwell. I mean, there's like a mountain of fucking wires, dude. I don't know who put the car together, but they put it together so haphazard. It almost makes the 700 horsepower not worth it, in my opinion. Like, yeah, it's fast, but cleanliness is next to godliness, dude. Come on. Like, if you're gonna wire something up, wire it right. You know what I mean? Or if you're gonna have like dual pumps in the back, like, I don't know. It's just a personal preference, I guess. Like, it just needs a lot of fucking correction. That's my 2 cents on it. Like, it seemed like he got a really good deal, but then upon like looking at the car further, I think he still got a good deal, but he's got like He's definitely got his work cut out for him. We got some more people on the head counter. Who we got? Who is here? Can't believe it's 9:30 in the morning, dude. And Christian, I don't know what the hell you're doing up this early. It's 6:30 in the morning for you. In other news, so another subscriber or YouTuber, whatever you want to call him, Broke Dad Garage. I don't think he's coming back to the car realm for quite some time. I was watching his last video, and obviously he sold his DC2 Type R, but I don't know, man. I don't think I think he's tapped out on wanting to build any more cars. At least that's the impression I got. I mean, I hope not, but it seems like he's taking a new turn in life. Obviously he's got like wife, kids, all that stuff, new house, stuff like that. But I can truly say I miss his channel. It was fun watching him build cars and talk about life and get shit faced on the porch. And I truly miss it. Truly. And I didn't even know my Logic got done scanning all these plugins. Hanabluck says editing LOL, probably going to drop out here in a minute and get to editing this vlog. What vlog you got? What's the next content, man? It's fucking Wednesday. What are you releasing? Yeah, dude, I miss the podcasts. I do too, man. They're fun. Cause like they were like fucking yeah, like talk about cars and stuff like that, but it was more like life talk. It was like almost like some Joe Rogan shit or something like that. I don't even know how to describe it. Hanabluck says working on getting this motor in, buff the bay up a bit, but the motor's almost in. Just need a few things now. Do you still need that brake booster? Let's see. Hanabluck says, "Oh no, I got one. I was able to get one from Checkered Sports when I wasn't there. Talked to him for a while. Was able to pick one up while I was at his place. Fuck yeah, nice, good stuff." Hanabluck says, "All right, man, I'm out. Happy editing, Christian. It's always good to edit. It's always stressful. It's always fun, especially when you have a Mac." Why's the bitch clipping? Girl, why you clipping? Why you tripping? That's some clipping, dude. Jesus. Hanvlux says, take that tater chip out for a rip and get a PC built. Yeah, it sounds about right. But then she dropped the bombshell. She's like, so I'm dating somebody. And I was like, why would you tell me this? I was like, son of a bitch. Or it's a power play and she's trying to make me jealous. Because there are like a couple girls there that are like, hey, what up? That shit sounds weird as fuck. We got one back on the head counter. Who is here now at 9:46 in the motherfucking morning? It's your neighborhood Jesus. Drinking coffee, smoking cigs, and making dude, my keyboard playing is rusty. Who we got back on the head counter? Dude, I feel like AM, like early in the morning, is a good time to stream, but it's like not a good time because everybody's not on the same schedule. I feel like this was like 9 o'clock at night. Probably have a better chance. Man, we've been streaming for an hour and 27 minutes. I think we've had 5 people in here tops, and they've all come in like one by one at a time. One at a motherfucking time. Yeah, I would love to figure out about this first gear because, man, I just don't want anything to go wrong with my transmission. That is like a fucking pricey endeavor. I don't know who's in here, but we've been having some first gear pop outs, and it doesn't make me feel too good. Not good at all. I wonder if the MIDI controller still works. Debatable. Let's see if it still works. Actually, wait, no, I don't have the fucking cable. I need this cable. Give me my book. That's not it. Oh, give me my cable. See if this bitch still works. Dude, it's been a minute. I do mean a minute since I've used this MIDI controller. Let's see. Oh yeah, it works. Baby girl works. I've never done this before. Plug in your MIDI controller to your cable before you plug in your guitar. That's some creepy shit. Why does it do that? It's not getting the signal, not technically. Hey, there we go. Hey, calm down. Let's see. See what kind of shenanigans we can get into. Wait. Crank up your speakers, your woofers, and your. See, that makes it weird. Alright, I'm making a new one. Because this shit right here, this fucking drum kit, it ain't gonna work, Gina. See, like, electric piano? Bass slapper. Such a fucking silly ass name. I want the bass slapper. I bet you do. Dude, I ain't playing no music. Well, I've played music, but just not in a studio format. Usually just picking up my fucking guitar and dicking around, unplugged, acoustical. Come on, samples load. I want to see what this fucking bass slapper is all about. Because it's a whole nother world just dicking around on a keyboard that sucks. This keyboard fucking blows. Their response is hot garbage. Some of the keys are dead. I think I got like 3 dead keys because it's like a $40 MIDI keyboard that's like 10 years old. It's a piece of shit. Hey, there we go. Fucking Seinfeld in the motherfucking house. Dude, this shit sounds weird as fuck. Shit, who needs Flea when you got this? Alan De La Fuente, Stone Temple Pilots. You know, nothing against Stone Temple Pilots. I never got into Stone Temple Pilots. Like, not necessarily a bad band or anything. Jesus. It's the fucking track, you know what I do? Like, I wish I had a polyphonic MIDI guitar. Then we'd be really cooking with some gas. Not to mention, it's clipping like a motherfucker. That thing is loud, dude. Still clipping. That's crazy. Factory presets. Rock slap. Ass and glass. I think I want to know what ass and glass sounds like. Dude, why is it still clipping? It still shouldn't be clipping this much, dude. Why is it clipping? I got my volume like fucking at 4. Slap culture. This motherfucker doesn't stop clipping. I'll smack it. Makes no sense. Maybe it's because I'm playing a MIDI guitar into it. Maybe. That shit sounds mad weird. Kind of fun, but like at the exact same time, completely unmanageable. It'd be so hard to play that shit like live at a show. Like, sounds like a fucking phaser. So weird. That's right. Playing a mellotron with a guitar. Some fucked up shit right there. And that was 3 violins. Let's see what it sounds like. You mix 3 violins with a choir. I think I like the violins better. The choir sounds whack. Dude, I wish you could just play chords, man. It's like sometimes you can, but then it fucking tracks like for certain chords. Does that. Hand's not moving, but it sounds so different. Each note in the chord, it's tracking it and fucking around. What about the brass? Certain, like, dude, it's like certain fucking instruments like track and you can play like faster and it reacts. And certain ones just play like dog shit but sound cool. It's like a fucking challenge making something sound good on this thing, I swear. Like, if you literally. Same riff. It's literally like you're getting like, it's like playing Russian roulette. You know, your guitar, the riff you're playing is right, but then it's all up to that electronic shit to get it right, and you hope you get it right. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck is here and not saying anything? We got like, what, 2 people on the head counter? Are you guys mesmerized? You guys like, what are you doing? What the fuck? That's all I got to say. That's all I have to say about the Mellotron. Time for, ooh, that could have been really bad. Drop my whole bag of tobacco. Wouldn't have been happy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For real though, it's kind of creepy when you guys just sit here, don't say anything. I mean, we can do it if you really want to. It's just not it's not as much fun, you know. Live streams are meant for comments, for chat. I've already spieled on and ranted for about, I don't know, an hour and 45 minutes. See if there's some kind of preference. Plug-in manager. And there's got to be some kind of motherfucking. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, dude. Yeah, maybe it just has to do with the fact I got to restart my computer. I think that's what it is. See what other shenanigans I got in here. Honestly, I haven't even looked through all Logic since I upgraded it. Oh, great. Yeah. Can't believe it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Grand Rhapsody piano. See how OG this fucking thing is. Dude, all these Waves plugins, they're interesting, for no doubt. They're definitely cool. I don't know anybody that would pay money for this shit. I can understand for some of the audio plugins, but for like all these like Grand Rhapsody piano, clavinet, flow motion synthesizer, like all this shit, it's like, dude, anybody that's got a real studio, like a real studio, they ain't gonna be using virtual instruments. They're gonna be using a real Moog. They're gonna be using a real Buchla synthesizer, a real grand piano, like a Steinway with real mics in it and shit. They're not gonna be using some fucking virtual plug-in. Or at least that's the kind of studio I want to be in. I don't want to be in some virtual some clippy ass shit. Why is it clip? What are like the samples corrupted or some shit? It just don't play like a real piano. Like all this fucking fake shit is kind of a bummer. It's cool. Like technology is cool, but there's nothing that feels like a real piano, you know, sitting at a real piano. Yeah. I don't fucks with it. Same thing with like electronic drums and stuff and drum machines. Like you can utilize things like as tools and do some cool stuff, but like it's never gonna be like sitting at a Slingerland kit or like a fucking real drum kit. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the negative side of it, in my opinion, at least. Like yeah, for like late at night or something, like you can't. You know, if you got a real piano, that's just pretty loud. 3 o'clock in the morning playing a Steinway or something, like yeah, it's not gonna fly. But load the fucking samples, dude. That shit should already be loaded. And what is making it clip, dude? You got your volume up on the computer, like none. What am I? Dude, it still clips even at 1. Makes no sense. I'll drop this bitch down to like 10. It's still clipping at fucking 10. It's not even in the red. Dude, that doesn't make sense. That's not possible. There, if you're above 0.0, that's clipping. This shit is at negative 12 decibels. It's still clipping, dude. Dude, I think they added some kind of feature. So if you're demoing it, it sounds like shit. Because it used to not sound like that at all. I'm not even kidding. Dude, that's exactly what they did. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. Unless that has something to do with my handy dandy MIDI device here being plugged in. Maybe that's what it is. I hope that's what it is. I think that's what it was. Never mind. No, it's still there. Wait. If anyone knows what that progression's from, I will give you like $20. You have to be an OG to know what that's from. Don't even think like a specific song. Think a movie soundtrack. Fuck, that last note I got figured out. I think that might be it. See, why is it quiet now, man? What the fuck? Here's one of my dead notes. Motherfucking. One of my middle G's is dead. What's even more discouraging is why in the fuck? Why is it so quiet? Dude, this is making no sense. Man, I got my shit dialed out at right where it should be, and now it's quiet now. I'm starting to just think I might go over to Pro Tools, guys. I'm not even kidding. Not even fucking kidding. Logic workflow is great, but this new OS Mojave shit has got me bugged out. It's got me bugged out. I can't, dude. I'd rather go back to OS X Mavericks. Rather go back to the shit this computer came with. This new software is fucking hot garba. Hey. Logic Pro X MIDI instruments. Quiet all of a sudden. Fix input monitor with no sound in Logic Pro. No, that's not what I'm fucking talking about. Playboy, what I'm talking about is the shit is too quiet, and it just wasn't. We got more people on the head counter. Who we got? Top of the morning. Don't mind me, just occupying myself while some motherfucking chatty Cathy's getting here because nobody's chatting no more. Honda Man VTech, what's up, man? How you doing? Yo, man. What is cracking, boy? Yo, Playboy. Fucking, what is cracking? Not too much, man. Just been going over some updates, letting you guys know why I haven't been posting any videos and shit. Basically, to catch you up. I haven't been posting any videos because I'm out of money. There's a bunch of stuff I still want to do to the car. The build will still happen eventually. Been trying to, sell all my spare parts off and stuff like that. And dude, straight molasses, fucking tortoise in the hare. And I'm the fucking hare. Or no, the tortoise, sorry. Man, B-Tech says, yeah, new job. Nah, man, fucking that new job. I don't know if like you were here when like the last live stream I did. I got offered this job fucking working in a hot rod shop, $25 an hour. I was super juiced on that. Haven't heard one word back about it. I'm like, my buddy who's best friends with the guy, I haven't heard a word from him. And I'm kind of like pissed off because I'm like, dude, why did you tell me your dude is offering me a job and then he doesn't even call me? It's like, what the fuck is that? You could have just not offered me a job. You know, proof is in the pudding. Put your money where your mouth is. I'm ready to work. Where's the fucking job? You know what I mean? Because it was going to be a part-time gig, but it pays 25 an hour. I could work like 4 hours a day or more. But even if I worked 4 hours a day, that's $100 a day. Work 3 or 4 days a week, make like probably like $500 a week. I'd still have time to juggle selling parts on the side. You know what I mean? So I haven't heard anything back about that. Also, haven't heard anything back about the 2 cars I was going to paint, which is whack because that was going to be $2,000 in my pocket, basically, you know? So pretty pissed about that. But yeah, dude, just trying to having 7 days a week off to sell parts 24/7. Nothing is selling. All I'm getting is bullshitters and lowballers. That's all I'm getting. People that want bumpers for $50 and people that want exhaust, like a HCAS high power exhaust for fucking like $100. It's like, dude, no. This is a $600 exhaust. You're not getting it for $100. Are you fucking crazy? You know? Especially when it's like all of the parts I have are in really good shape. Like nothing's like messed up. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. Honda Man VTech says, "Damn, I have feeling most Honda people are like that lowballing." Yeah, I hate to say it, man. It seems to be an MO. You know, it seems to be the stereotype is not unreal. You know, it's not lying. I feel like with like Civic parts and like old CRX parts and like I don't know old Integras. It's like RSX is a money pit, bro. It's like just like an S2000 almost. Like it's kind of like a higher echelon of or tier of Hondas and Acuras. Like it's a fucking Acura, you know what I mean? So like it's not exactly the cheapest thing to work on, you know what I mean? Like yeah, it's hard to put into words. Like I don't know if people are mistaking my kindness for weakness in terms of like I have a huge fucking parts list on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. So they probably see that I'm sitting on like a gold mine of DC5 parts. They're probably like, oh, he's probably not expecting to sell like everything one by one and get what he wants. No, I am. I don't care if it takes a fucking year, dude. I'm selling all these parts and I'm not selling them for pennies on the dollar, just like parting out everything like everything must go liquidation prices. You can get this fucking dashboard for $8 and you can get this fucking shifter cable for $16 or some shit like that. Like that's like what people that's pretty much if I wanted to sell everything in a week, I would have to sell everything for like $20 a piece. I'm not even kidding. That's what it would take to sell all this shit because people are so fucking stingy. I mean, I understand people have bills to pay and people have families and people have, you know, expenses, gas money, rent, cell phone bills, car insurance and shit like that. But if that's your grind and like that's like where you're at, then you probably shouldn't be in the car game building a fucking car. You should just buy a cheap, reliable car and not be trying to buy RSX parts in general. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you're trying to buy an HKS exhaust for $50, but you're trying to tell me that's the best you can do, you know? It's like, dude, no, sorry. Like I even try to work with people a little bit, like let's say the HKS exhaust, it's 560 brand new. And mine is literally like not a scratch on it. So literally I said, "Hey, I'll sell it to you for 300." That's like half price. Like I try to do half price. I feel like half price on an item, like let's say it's 560, just call it 600. They're not having to pay shipping because shipping on that item would be pretty fucking expensive. 560, we'll just cut it down the middle, 300, right? Um, guys like, could you do 150? Like, bro, you're trying to get something for 25% of its value. It's like, dude, this ain't fucking like that's like what Guitar Center does to you. Like, let's say you brought in a $200 item, like music gear or something like that. They'll offer you $50 for it. 50. Like, what? Are you kidding me? This is a $200 item. Dude, split it with me. Give me $100. You know what I mean? They're like, no, sorry, the best we can do is 50. Or we can give you $75 store credit. It's like, dude, what? What kind of fucking paint thinner are y'all huffing? Like, money is money, dude. Like, y'all. Honda Man VTech says, yeah, that's right. Just buy a 1.4 liter Civic if you don't want to use money. Dead ass, you know what I mean? Like, they're worried about spending a little extra money to make it fair for the seller. It's like, bro, if you don't have, put your fucking money where your mouth is. Like, don't try to come at somebody lowballing. Like, dude, I had one guy. This shit was funny as hell. This guy asked me about some like, I think it was either a sub. It was a subframe. That's what it was. I have a spare subframe from my silver car. I looked it up, and it was like, you know, subframes. Like, I don't know. Let's look it up for fun, just for fun. eBay. I've lost. I look up so many parts, I lose track of what costs what. I think it was like $200 basically. 250. No, I don't want a subframe bracket, dude. I want the subframe. Honda Man VTech says, yeah, bro, this Friday I have a plan to sell my Accord/TSX and buy a FK2R. What? Where the fuck are you located? Where the hell is where are you finding an FK2, bro? That's sick. Yeah, okay, here we go. Subframe, cross member, whatever you want to call it. Basically, the cheapest one you can find is about $240, right? About 240. I see one that says free local pickup, but that doesn't apply to everybody. So we're just gonna call it 250. So I told him, I was like, dude, cheapest one I can find that will ship is 250. So that's what I'm gonna ask. And mine has no rust. And he goes, dude, I'll give you $75 for it. And I'm like, dude, you're high. You're high. I was like, what do you smoke? Crack? Is it crack or meth? I was like, shit is crazy. I was like, dude, look up on eBay right now. Type in Acura RSX OEM subframe. I was like, look at the first one. It cost $350 and $300 and $400, $239, $345, $299, $299, $230, $245. Cheapest one's $125, and it's all the way in fucking, let's see, and it's local pickup only. And the shit won't even load. It is in Delaware. I was like, be my guest if you want to get that good deal and drive all the way to Middletown, Delaware. You're in fucking California or wherever the hell you are. I'm not shipping it to you anyway, not unless you're paying me a couple $100. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. And he says this to me. He goes, dude, could you please just give it to me for 75? Today's my birthday. I was like, happy birthday, but I don't give a fuck if it's your birthday. I don't fucking know you. What are you looking for, a new dad? Do you need a new dad? Is that what this is? I was like, I ain't your fucking dad, dude. I'm not giving you a birthday present. I don't know you. I was like, dude, the best I could do for you is 250. I was like, because some of these are $400. Like, and you can go to the Acura dealership and ask them for a cross member. That's just gonna be like $800 for you. Get the fuck out of here. I was like, take it or leave it. Honda Man VTech says Norway. Ah, yeah, that would explain it. Somewhere where they had them. I was like, where the fuck are you getting an FK2? That's crazy. What color is it? Is it championship white? Because that would be baller. He says, yeah, I figured. Yeah, the FK2. FK2 is baller. What's the FD2? Yeah, I really like the FD2. If I were gonna get a Honda Civic Type R, I'd probably get the FD2. The FK2 is sick because it's like predecessor to the FK8 or whatever. But yeah, the FD2, man, it's fire. Honda Man says FK2R GT, whatever that means. It's tuned 350 horsepower. Fuck yeah. So you're in Norway. You say Accord/TSX. You're talking about like an Accord Euro R. Those are pretty fire too. I really like those. But I guess an FK2. It's quite the upgrade. So I don't blame you. Oh goodness. Yeah, like, oh, excuse me. Like that right there. FD2. Spoon FD2 Type R. Oh my god. That's what we call Baller. Crack cocaine, baby. Somehow I missed that one. But yeah, you get my drift. Like, dude, trying to get a fucking anywhere from $250 to $400 subframe, and if you went off OEM price, it's probably like $800. Trying to get it for $75, like fuck you. Yeah, shut up. Tired of hearing this voicemail in my room. You have to have the fucking phone hooked into the router. Like, you used to be able to have it like the phone line hooked into the phone line, like daisy chain it so you could have the phone downstairs. Now you gotta have the hub in your fucking room. Shit is so annoying. Telemarketers galore. Super annoying. I don't know who this second person is in here that's not talking, but it's really awkward. Wouldn't you agree, Honda Man VTech? If you were a live streamer or a YouTuber and it's 2 on your head counter, but only one person was talking, straight suspect. That either means it's somebody that's too afraid to talk, or it's somebody I've blocked from the chat that cannot talk because they are highly fucking annoying. Troll or something like that. Honda Man says, I think the FD2R Mugen is king. I agree. The Mugen one. Oh, yeah. I agree. Dude, that is a mean... Dude, it almost like... I don't know how to describe it. It almost looks kind of like an Evo. Like, not fully, but like... There's certain similarities to it that look similar to an Evo. Like that ass. RR. Chris B, what's good, man? How you doing? What's good, Shades? How you been? Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there. Did you get your fucking trunk actuator? I have the receipt with the tracking number. I was going to give it to you, but I didn't know. Didn't know if you just wanted to get a surprise or not. Honda Man says it looks like an Evo, but better, I would say. Oh, definitely better. Chris B says, I got the actuator. Thanks again. Hey, no problem, man. I mean, I've been trying to sell these parts and, nobody's buying them. So I was just like, you know what? Here, take this one. I'll just pretend I sold it. Have you put it on already? Does it work all good? It worked for me on the blue car's hatch. I hope it works for you. I hope. Otherwise, I just sent you like a really fucking cool paperweight. You can just like put it on your desk. But yeah, Honda Man, definitely way cooler than an Evo for sure. Chris B says, I'm going to install it today. Well, fingers crossed that bitch works still. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I don't think see, it's not usually the trunk one that goes bad. I mean, I'm not saying they can't go bad. They most certainly can go bad. But it's usually your left and right door. Those are the ones that really are prone to go bad. And the blue one definitely worked. Like the fucking key fob when I bought the car, all the doors unlocked and locked and all that shit. Hit the alarm twice, the trunk or the hood beeps and everything, the horn beeps. Because fun fact for all you DC5 Honda people, let's say you have a key fob, you hit it once, you hear the door lock actuators all lock, and you hit it again, the car goes beep. If your car does not beep, it's your fucking hood safety switch. Like, basically, like, your hood latch has this electronic mechanism to make sure the hood is closed, because if the hood is not closed, it will not beep. But let's say your hood is closed, basically your hood latch, the electronic mechanism in your hood latch is fucked. So you got to get a new hood latch. Chris B says you wouldn't send me bunk parts. It should be fun. Well, I know, man. I'm not saying it's bunk. I'm saying, like, I didn't like test it before I sent it to you, but before I took it off, obviously it worked. So yeah, just making sure the motherfucker's gonna work. If it was like the freshest one out of my car or something like that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking like one I just put in there, a spare one or something. I don't know how long. Okay, here, this is what I'm saying. I'm about 99.99999% sure it's gonna work. I just hope it lasts for a while. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how old it is. I mean, it came out of an '04, and it worked every time I ever hit it. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at. But yeah, fucking Chris B, I'm having some issues with my car, and it's called first gear pop out. It's not every time. It's actually pretty intermittent, rare. It doesn't happen every day. Happens once in a blue moon, but once in a blue moon happened yesterday about 3 times in one drive, which really sent me into a fucking paranoia. So I'm kind of like, what the fuck? I don't like the sound of this, some shit like that. Because I'm really trying to avoid taking off the transmission and cracking it open and inspecting the gear stacks. Because if I got a fucked up first gear synchro, it's gonna fucking blow. Because I really don't have the money for transmission work. You know what I'm saying? Shit is expensive. Like, too expensive. But yeah, hopefully I can get some of these parts sold. Keep making some fucking content for you guys. Honda Man says that's thumbs down. Damn. Chris B says synchro. Nah, I don't believe it's a synchro. I think it's a detent spring, or it's my shifter cable, or it's my shifter stop. Those are honestly my top 3 choices. Because if it was a synchro, this is the thing. If it were a synchro, it would almost be happening every single time I put it into first, right? Put it in first. As soon as you put load on it, that bitch would pop out and go. You know what I'm saying? But it rarely does it. So I'm thinking it's something very small, like a detent spring or shifter cable or shifter bushing or something cheap. Hoping it's something cheap. Chris B says, my break is over later, dude. Have a good one, Chris B. Good luck with the install, man. Man, this coffee cup's empty. That's a fucking problem. I will go back there and buy 8 more shots of espresso and just be like, yo, playboys and playgirls, I'm back for more crack. And they'll be like, Jesus Christ, dude, you gotta stop this. That would be fucking, see, 4 and 4 each time I go. I get 2 quads espresso drinks, right? That's 8 each time I go. If I went back already, that would be 16 shots of espresso in half the day. So they told me the last time I was there, they're like, we're really glad you're not one of these crazy people that gets like 10 shots in one drink. I was like, why is that? And they were like, or they said like something like, you can't get over 10 shots of espresso in a drink. And I was like, you can't? Like, what are you talking about? They're like, we won't serve it to you. And I was like, what are you talking about? This ain't a bar. Like, are you for real? They're like, yeah, we're not like, it's in our policy. Like, if you order a drink with more than 10 shots or more, we can't sell it to you. I was like, why? He goes, because it could fucking kill you. I was like, are you for real? It's like, what about people with high caffeine tolerance? I was like, I'm drinking 8 shots in like one sitting. He's like, I know, but he's like, you're a fucking maniac. Like, you should probably calm down. I was like, dude, I was like, I used to drink 14 in a day, like 7 shots in an ice drink, then go back at nighttime and get another 7 shots. And not to mention, I was taking Adderall, which is like fucking basically meth. It's like legal coke, basically. He was like, yeah, that's fucked. He's like, can't believe you're alive. I was like, yeah, I feel you. He's like, yeah, but it's in our policy. Like, we're not allowed to serve you more than 10 shots in one drink, basically. I was like, well, what if somebody just got like 5 shots, like let's say they go and buy like 3 drinks with 5 shots each, that's 15. What if they just take those 3 drinks out to their car and drink all 3 back to back? Like, how is that any different? He's like, because it's in 3 cups and we assume it's for 3 different people. I was like, y'all's policy sucks. Y'all are stupid. Honda Man says, what the fuck? You better stop drinking that much. I know, I know. What can you do? I mean, what do you expect, Honda Man? I'm not exactly a fine example of healthy living, smoking cigs and drinking a lot of espresso. But hey, I don't drink alcohol. I stopped smoking weed. And yeah, that's about it. Damn, so the FK2 really did have 310 horsepower. You weren't lying. Dude, see that's funny as shit that the FK2 made 310, right? Or like 306. I think in European like 310 PS, whatever the fuck PS stands for, or 228 kilowatts, that equates to 306 horsepower, right? That's the exact same as the brand new one. Like the brand new one makes 306. You know what I mean? So it's a newer car and it makes the exact same. So that's like why the FK, in my opinion, is a fucking sham, you know? Damn, that's crazy though. The FK2 Redline max RPM 7,000 RPMs. That's straight low. I mean, it's turbocharged. I get all that, but see, I really don't know like a whole lot about the FK2. It's kind of a mystery to me. How much does the motherfucker weigh? 3,047 pounds. That's not, honestly, that's not too bad for a fucking 300 horsepower car. Heaviest verified in running order, 3,351. Honda Man says with the petrol we sell, it's 316. That's because you got that. You guys like Europe and Japan and Australia. Y'all have your octane, your premium is 98 RON, RON, whatever you want to call it. I call it Ron Jeremy. Fucking our premium here is 93, and in some states it's 91. So literally, y'all got that good gas for sure. What I like about it, it's a K series with a turbo. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, me myself, I'm debating the high compression in a route. I'm debating the Magnuson supercharger route, and I'm debating the stock block, slap a turbo on it, and go fast as fuck route. Now, me personally, I'm kind of leaning more towards the NA ITBs or the supercharger. That's just me personally, but it would be amazing to have a turbo build. Like I'm debating it. I really am. I feel like turbo and supercharger would really be like right around the same money. And like a Magnuson supercharger is really going to get you up there. It's like I have a fucking Type R motor, K20A, 11.5 to 1 compression. So like I'm not going to be able to run more than 12 pounds of boost. Maybe 12 if I'm lucky with like reliability because I don't think I can go over 12. So I'm probably going to make like 350. That's probably what I'm going to make on a Magnuson. Probably like 350-ish. Um, but a turbo, it's going to probably be right around the same. Like I'm going to run 12 pounds of boost and probably make like 3 or 400 somewhere in there, 350 or 400. So they're really right around the same price cost, like 4 or 5 grand probably. A little more, a little less probably. Honda Man says a friend of mine's got one that's tuned 400 plus horsepower. Damn Gina. That's pretty badass. Hey, hey, hey. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I used to be sub to some channels and like some of them I'm still sub to just for like a empty sub basically, which I hate to do. It's kind of like mutual support. They subscribe to my channel, I subscribe to their channel. I'm not gonna name drop, but there's this one in particular. And dude, I've lost complete contact with this channel. It used to be a Honda-esque channel. And now it's just like this general blah fucking across the board car channel, and I can't stand it. And they just upload a video, so that gives you an idea. Like I can't stand channels that are like just trying to blow up with like really clickbaity titles and like, you know, all that. It's just something about it is just like fake. It's really boring, you know. I like channels that are personable, you know, unique. Fucking Mega Spool, fucking D Mossy, fucking Broke Dad Garage, fucking Honda vlogs, fucking stuff like that, you know? Stuff that is unique. I love it. Hey, yay. But yeah, seeing as we've been going for about 2.5 hours, probably about to close up shop here. Fucking hopefully some parts sell soon, man. I feel like I ripped that dashboard out of the car for absolutely no reason. As soon as I ripped it out, the person's like, "Oh yeah, I don't want it. Never mind." Honda Man says we clock 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5 seconds flat in my friend's FK2. Damn, that's. I would expect it to be faster than that. But I guess, like, you know, boost lag, time for the turbo to spool up and all that stuff. Because I'm not going to lie, man. I'm pretty sure my car can do fucking 0 to 60 in quicker than 5 seconds. But NA power, obviously, is, you know, that's going to be quicker. I'm sure in the top end, that FK2 would fucking eat me alive. Get on the highway from a roll or something, probably get destroyed. But I think from a dig, 0 to 100 miles per hour in 11.2 seconds. Dude, I should time and see how quick I can do 0 to 100 because honestly, 0 to 100 from a dig, like I feel like that's right on par with my car because you got to think my car weighs 600, 700 pounds, or FK2 weighs 3,300 pounds. So 2,600 to be 32. My car weighs 700 pounds lighter than an FK2. That's fucked. That's pretty crazy. 700 pounds is like a lot. Like a lot. Because like I feel like when I do my fucking from like a left hand turn onto this big straightaway, I feel like my car does 0 to 100 in like I don't know, probably what you said 11.2 or like 10 seconds or something. I gotta time that shit. I would love to know what it is. I would love to know what my car does in the fucking quarter. I haven't even taken my car to the drag strip yet. Haven't even taken it to the track yet. But yeah, guys, yeah, I'll try to keep you guys posted. As soon as I order these detent springs, that'll probably be like a little install video. I mean, I know Surge Motive Garage. That's another channel I really like. He's a really nice guy. His channel has a lot of good information on that whole K series, K24 build series is like fucking legendary. Shows you how to do everything. But he's already done the Speed Factory D10 spring install, so it's not going to be like that informative, but it'll be like install vlog type thing, just showing you guys what I'm doing, see if it helps my problem. And if it's not that, then we'll probably do the fucking K-Tune race shifter cable install. And if it's not that, then we're probably going to flush the transmission. And if it's not that, then I guess we're going to crack open the transmission and replace a synchro because that sounds like a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. It was nice chatting with some of y'all. I don't know who the one or two people over the period of 2.5 hours that were lurking in the back are. But get the fuck out of here. I'll catch you guys later. Y'all have a good one. See you around, and I'm out. Be y'all.